Hey guys, it is the evening. I apologize it took so long. It has been a crazy day of getting things done. I'm in my office. As you can see, we got the shelves up. It's good. So things move along little by little, but they do move along. I'm busy. I just finished up the EPEMC newsletter. Been working all night on my plasma petroglyphs or plasma glyphs paper. And, I'm wanting to update the matrix multiplier. Also, still trying to work through this Saturn myth. This Saturday is the event, and Sunday is the EPEMC meeting. So, all sorts of stuff going on. But I promise this simultaneous Blue Lotus Health and Electric Universe, or EP, in this case, EPEMC, really need to differentiate, because the Electric Universe people don't really truly deal with, like Electric Universe proper doesn't really deal with the medicine as much. So this is a kind of a medicine supreme science point of view. Let's talk about the type of people. Let's talk about the type of person you are and the type of people around you. So to go into basic circuit theory, we're not going to get too advanced. You've got transformers, resistors, capacitors, inductors, and if you want, you can, it's like, oh, there's diodes and stuff like that, or emitters, let's say. And then there could be, in life, there could be events sort of like potentiometers, which is where you turn, you'd know those as dimmer switches in your house. But basically, when you meet people, those people are going to fall into one of those main categories. In your life, in the circuit around you, whether it's the human circuit or your money circuit, or your health circuit, it doesn't really matter. Wherever energy is flowing, whatever kind of energy it is, that energy is going to conform, of course, to the laws of thermodynamics and electromagnetism, which means you can essentially break things down into this discussion of types of people. For example, I'm a transformer. I sort of despise impedance. In a transformer, you want as much magnetic flux as possible, and particularly like to turn a low voltage into a high voltage. That's leverage, right? And you want to turn too much current down to this amount of current. When I'm on hikes, if I come across any breakage in a stream and it's causing nasty foam and things to build up, I like to remove it. It's probably why I like to be an acupuncturist. I like to change the energy in the room around people. I like to change society. I want to change what kind of, the brutality and the barbarism in our world. So I am particularly a transformer. I think people can be complex circuits, but some people are just resistant, and me, when a person's resistance or the impedance is too high, I can't stand them. And if it's really high, some kind of Michael Shermer or something, or some really difficult person, my tendency is to apply more voltage, more current to that situation, depending on what I want to do. Obviously, if I add more voltage to the situation, another word for voltage in electric, like electrical engineering, is tension. And so, sometimes I do create tension, and I've been told that I can be sort of heavy on people without even intending to be necessarily. But I can also increase the amount of flow. I can move really quick, get a lot of things done really fast. Work on a lot of things. That also can burn out other people's circuits. So what I've learned to do personally is to transform lots of different things. I put a lot of things in my circuit, keep a lot of things on my plate, so that I'm always up to a lot. Let's see if I've got it in front here. Oh no! Bear with me. That was dumb of me. No, I guess it's upstairs. Oh no, here it is. So check this out. this is my to-do list, and look at how many different categories are in my to-do list. I've just got all sorts of stuff in my to-do list. Why? Because I need to move through a lot of different things, or I will burn out people. I will wear them out. And, obviously I can wear myself out too, but I generally know my limits. Generally. Maybe I don't. Now, there are other people who are capacitors. You've got capacitors of knowledge, you've got capacitors of talent, you've got capacitors of money. Everybody's different, the things that they're able to store and then discharge. You've got, obviously, you talk about fire elements, right? Voltage types, voltage sources. People that you want to be around because they're providing all sorts of energy, they're not transformers like me. They're real, true sources of energy, and I don't know, Conan O'Brien's or pure entertainers, Johnny Carson's, whatever. They're people that are just burst with energy, and it's really nice to be around them. Unless, again, their type of voltage source isn't for you. Like maybe they have some kind of, maybe they're too direct, or maybe they're always going back and forth. Maybe they're alternating. Some people experience the yin-yang world, and it doesn't bother them. They're straight. It's like my father-in-law. Everything is like no matter what, it's always the same. Me, I'm very alternating current. Which is a transformer, right? You're going to be alternating current, always up and always down. I really notice the difference in the yin and yang days, and I really notice the difference in yin and yang people. I'm not saying one's bad and one's good. I'm just saying they're different. There's obviously people, if they're alternating current, they're kind of square. I'm just kidding. So anyways, there are also people who are inductors. Now, an inductor in circuitry stores current. So if you meet a person like that, this is a person who makes things happen. They store up all this flow, and then it all comes out and discharges later on. But they can't generally handle direct people. They are not going to help people they don't like. They're only going to help people that they get along with. And for those people, they're going to induce a lot of flow. They're going to really love the scene. They're going to like parties. They're going to like cliques of people, everybody getting together. There's got to be always this flow. They're going to feel depressed when they don't have that. Right? These are very extroverted people. So they're very different than the resistance type people. And I know quite a few introverted resistance type people, and I love them just as much. Just we're different. We're different. Me, I am more like the transformer, the inductor people, right? Transformers got inductors, got loops in it. So I'm very dynamic. I'm very interested in a lot of different things. That's not always how the inductor type people are. They're very fixed. They want to work with a certain group. Like perhaps they work in the sports world, or perhaps the music world, and those two scenes aren't going to mix together. They just aren't going to go along. I suppose out there's probably some diode emitter type people, LED type people who are just bling, and they're on again, off again kind of people. And I'm sure there's switches and all sorts of different kinds of people. But start with those basics in the circuit. Look at your circuit in your life. Your friends, your family, your job, your money flow, your marriage, your kids, and see how they go. Of course, you could do all this with chemistry too, right? This is just an electrical way of looking at things. But in my experience, if you don't have a way of controlling the circuit around you, if you don't have a way of controlling, how much impedance and how much voltage and how much current is coming out of your heart, it's going to wear you out. And so my sincere hope for you is that you go forward and you find the people that best fit into your circuit, and that you can make a lot of progress together with as little impedance as possible, or just the right amount. Because you always need that friend that keeps things real and tells you what you can and can't do. They're the one who's going to tell you, don't get involved in that scam, that's going to steal all your money. You go to share your bright idea and they're like, no, and they tamp it down, and you hate that. But maybe I've just encountered that a lot. But I think that it's actually healthy for people, and I think it's healthy for us as individuals to find the elements in our individual circuit and remove those or mitigate them as much as possible. Perhaps you can't, maybe it's a family member, in which case then you're going to have to find a way to put a switch on that circuit so that you can turn it on and turn it off. And you know what I mean. There's Debbie Downers and Chi vampires out there, and you can't necessarily get rid of everyone who's like that, but you certainly have to limit the amount of energy that they take from you, because ultimately it's coming from in here. It's coming from here. It's coming from your adrenals, your nervous system. So take care of yourself. Sorry about the phone falling there while I was pulling out my to-do list, but if you like this video anyways, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time in the next video. Have a great night.